Just then, I heard a knock on the door. It was the old man who tried to warn me. He handed me a wooden box wrapped in cloth. "What's this?" I asked. "It belongs to you," he said. "Your mother left it with me before she died. She said it would be important for you. She begged me to give it to you no matter the cost. Are you sure you want this?" I nodded slowly. What could it be? Why did she leave it here? I sat on a stone step outside the house. I carefully unwrapped the box. Inside was a diary, its pages yellowed and crumbling. As I flipped through it, I saw my mom as a little girl. Her face was happy in some pictures, scared in others. But what truly caught my attention was something else. On nearly every other page was a symbol crudely drawn in pencil, kind of like a circle with a dot in the middle. I showed the symbol to the old man. "Have you seen this before?" he asked. He looked at it for a moment. Then his eyes widened. "That symbol," he whispered. "It's forbidden. It comes from an ancient time when magic was real and demons walked the earth. That drawing summons darkness. It brings evil things to this world. And whatever it has waited a long time for you." The diary, he explained, was written by my great-great-grandmother, my mom's great-great-grandmother. Her name was Fatima, and she wrote about a demon. It was an entity that possessed people, whispering secrets into their minds, turning them against their own families. If someone drew its symbol, the demon would listen intently. So Fatima kept away from paper and ink, knowing the danger. How could I have inherited this thing? I felt panic rising within me, pushing me toward the windows. The sun was setting fast. We had to leave before dark. "The road is long and treacherous," the old man said, "but you must go. You must get away before the sun dips below the horizon. Once that happens, it will find you. Nothing will stop it then, not even God." We sprinted across the uneven ground. The old man ran ahead, hacking at weeds with a machete so I could follow. I could feel the demon's presence seeping into my mind, twisting my thoughts, whispering promises of power if I only let it in. But I couldn't give in. I had to keep going. Finally, we reached the road. Cars zoomed past us, their headlights cutting through the growing darkness. It was almost sunset, but I didn't care. I flagged down a car. I had to get away. But when I turned to thank the old man, he was gone. And then the scratches began. They burned like fire, tracing lines up my arms and neck. Pain tore through me, but I held on. I stumbled into the back seat of the car, collapsing in relief as it sped away. But I knew it was futile. The demon was inside me now, taking root in my skin, burrowing under my flesh, slithering into my bones. I could feel it growing stronger, drawing energy from my terror. I tried to scream, but the sound died in my throat. All around me I saw shadows stir. I felt unseen eyes upon me. The demon was reaching out, pulling me toward it with invisible hands. I fought to stay awake, but my eyelids grew heavy. I wanted to call out for help, but no sound came out. Was this how it ended for my mother? Taken by an ancient evil, claimed by a monster she'd denied but never truly escaped. And now her son was lost, too. I drifted off, staring blindly at the darkening sky, knowing that the moment the sun dipped below the horizon, there would be no escape. No turning back. The demon had won. Now I write to you from another place, somewhere where the sun never sets. I write to tell you that the old man was right. Once the sun set, it was too late. The demon consumed me whole. Now it's part of me. It uses my limbs to move, my voice to speak, my eyes to see. It inhabits me utterly, and it tells me wonders of powers I could wield, of secrets I could unravel, of lives I could destroy. It whispers promises of a reality but even here, even with all this knowledge, I regret what I've become. I miss the simple life I once lived, before I knew of demons or diaries, before I inherited my mother's legacy. This is what I wish I'd known. There is wisdom in our bloodlines. Some say knowledge, stories, memories passed down through generations, shaping who we are. But there are other legacies, too. Scars that run deeper than skin, wounds that linger longer than a lifetime. Some legacies are not meant to be inherited. They are burdens meant to be buried, ghosts that haunt the living. My mother should have heeded the warnings of those villages. Some legacies can't be buried. Some evils don't rest. She might have thought she could escape her past, ignore its whispers, pretend it wasn't there. But legacies like that don't fade. They seep into the foundations of a house, crawl beneath the floorboards, linger in the dust, motes dancing in a sunbeam. They wait patiently in the cracks of an old mirror, watching, waiting for the day they can rise again. And when they do, there is no reasoning with them, no science that can stop them. They are shadows from the past, clawing their way into the present. I wish I'd listened to the old man when I had the chance. I wish I'd stayed away from that house, from the diary, from the symbols that stirred something ancient and terrible within me. But curiosity, they say, killed the cat. And now I am the cat. Now I am the darkness. If you ever inherit a mystery from a loved one, be careful what you uncover. If your relative had secrets, it's best to leave them buried. Sometimes the past is best left undisturbed. Ghosts are one thing, but a demon that preys on bloodlines, well, that's a horror story that stays with you long after the sun goes down. When I started this channel, I promised myself I wouldn't write ghost stories. I told myself I was better than that I would unstoop to the level of those mass-market romance novels with a few pages torn out at the end. But then I met a storyteller who made me realize I was wrong. He took me to a festival in Ireland, the birthplace of storytelling. And there I heard tales that chilled me to the bone, stories that made me question everything I thought I knew about the world. And I realized that sometimes the scariest stories aren't the ones you tell, but the ones you haven't heard yet. And I hope you enjoyed this special episode of Hereditary. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and remember, some legacies can be buried. Until next time, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite and beware the whispers in the dark.